Back in Light's quarters, he was precocious, delightful and—
Let's continue the story of the royal legacy. It's Mark's turn to give account of his stewardship. The king summoned Mark at 7 o'clock, as we have stated earlier. With a delightful heart, Mark brought his seeds of bag to the king his father, and said, "Long live the king, long live the kingdom, and long live the throne." The king took the bag and handed it to the linguistics to open it. The linguistics, knowing Mark very well, was smiling while he opened the bag. The seeds were looking very bright and colorful in the bag. He turned to the king, and said, "Surely, you have a wise and true son, my lord. Truly his seeds are preserved." The king asked the linguistics to bring the bag closer to him to inspect it well. The king took a stern look at the bag and the seed inside, and said, "Mark, my son, how deceitful can you be? This is not the bag I presented to you 6 months ago. How did you came about this bag and the seeds?" Mark, very disappointed he was, said, "Father, please, I'm sorry, I actually sold the bag of seeds you gave me. This bag and seeds were bought from the market, when you requested for accountability. I was hoping you will adore my sense of humor. But I can realize you are not pleased here. We shall continue, stay tuned everyone. Anticipate the conclusion part of Mark's accountability and the unprecedented, enviable account of Light, the king's youngest son. Okay Lizzie, thank you everyone for coming. Good night.
Please gather yourselves together, and give us your attention. We are going to continue the captivating story of the royal legacy, the wise king and his 3 sons. Now, let's conclude on Mark's account to the king. The king was so disappointed upon hearing Mark's humiliation account. However, the king congratulated him and said, "Keep your hopes alive, while I look into your younger brother's presentation. Now is the turn of Light to give account of how he has preserved his seeds of bag." The king sent one of his messenger to inform Light to get ready the next day at 4 o'clock p.m. Light was known among the king's sons as the most intelligent, brave, hardworking, full wisdom, leadership abilities, and very knowledgeable in the affairs of the kingdom. He knew very well that there's no way his elder brothers can outshine him. He was the king and his cabinet's chief's favorite. He was loved by the domestic staffs, the youth in the kingdom, and everywhere he finds himself. Back in Light's quarters, he was precocious, delightful in celebration mode, anxiously waiting for the next day at 4 o'clock p.m. Stay tuned as we unravel Light's account and his presentation of the serene revival of the old palace.
The story was brought to you by Amens.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me.